Well, it's true.
Just to document the fact this is our first.
This is our first rehearsal. This is our first rehearsal. If you watch it in a documentary on Netflix in years and years' time when we're really successful, this is the first time, yeah?
Hello everyone. My hair grows like weeds. I literally got it cut like 2-3 weeks ago, and as soon as it gets like past my ears, get it away. I feel like Shirley Temple right now. Welcome to Tuesday. I do not feel well. I woke up yesterday with a horrible, gross cold, and apparently you can't catch a cold from sleeping with the window open. I read that somewhere quite recently actually, but look, I slept with my window open the other night and now I do not feel well. So, what am I supposed to think? This week has kind of staggered itself out by accident. I had stuff to do yesterday and nothing today, stuff to do tomorrow, nothing on Thursday, and then stuff to do on Friday. So today is a day to chill, which is good because I do not feel well, but I still want to be productive. I get bored so easily, and I hate being bored. I hate it. It's not even about being bored, it's about being unproductive. I don't like getting to the end of my day and not having accomplished something, at the very least. Whether that's like filming a video or writing a blog post. Something that has a physical, visual result. So I've come up with this idea for a video called Currently, which is just a rundown of what I'm currently reading, currently watching, currently feeling, currently eating, currently proud of, currently grateful for, and I'm just coming up with like a list of things that could go with currently I'm also bored of filming in front of that wallpaper upstairs, but the rest of the house is not vlog background worthy. Case in point. Welcome to my very peach living room. I'm still waiting for the renovations man to give me quotes for how much everything's gonna cost. And the longer he leaves it, the more worried I get that the list of expenses is just getting longer and longer, and that's why he's not emailing me back, because he's got to break it to me that it's gonna cost more than I can afford. So I'm really hoping that he gets back to me soon. Also, Oliver's not here this week. He is working on a cruise. And the thing about when he goes away on a cruise specifically is I miss him so much more than when he's just away somewhere in the country working, because I can't speak to him, because when he's on a transatlantic cruise, he's literally in the middle of the ocean with no signal, and the Wi-Fi on the cruise is ridiculously expensive. I just don't get to speak to him for like 4 or 5 days at a time. So he is currently in India, but then he gets on the cruise tomorrow, and thus begins 4 days of silence, which I just hate. But it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm really proud of you and I'm really supportive of you, but I miss you so much. I've got a meeting tomorrow with IRL Merchandise. They're the company that handle the Hopeful Shop. For those of you that haven't seen the Hopeful Shop, I will put a link below. Talk about updating some of the designs and putting some new stuff on there. I feel like when I first started the Hopeful Shop, it was like 5-6 years ago now. It's a long time ago. I was very young, and so the designs on the shop are quite sort of skewed younger and slightly more immature, and I just want to bring it up to date, especially considering Lucy Moon is also with IRL, and she very kindly sent me a t-shirt and a mug, which I'm currently having tea out of today. It says take some time, and her t-shirt is just a really simple black t-shirt that says fingers crossed on it, and I would love to do just more sort of like classy merch. I hate merch that is like, you look at it and it's got like someone's face plastered on it, or it's like someone's very obvious logo that is very obviously attached to that one person. I like having merch that if other people looked at it, they wouldn't go, oh, that's obviously Carrie Fletcher's merch. Yeah, I'm excited to do that. And tomorrow night I'm going to I'm gonna need to get the name up. I was invited by a musical theatre academy to go and watch their production of 13 at the Other Palace. It is Star Ignited Performance Academy proudly presents 13 the musical, and they invited me as a guest of honour, and I wasn't doing anything tomorrow evening, so I was like, yeah, why not? And I love the Other Palace, so it'd be a nice evening out going to watch Star Ignited Performance Academy put on their production of 13, so that will be fun. And then on Friday, Celinda and I are recording more podcasts, which I will then need to edit on Saturday because the next episode is due on Sunday. So lots to do, and I need to shake this cold because I feel crappy. So I'm gonna go figure out what I'm gonna write for a new blog post. I wanna film a new video. I'm enjoying doing these weekly videos. I think a weekly video is a good idea because it keeps me vlogging. But I also then just wanna do another video that I can put up whilst I'm filming the weekly vlog. So I've got stuff to be getting on with. I will see you in a bit. I did that really clever thing of bringing my camera out but not putting the memory card in it. Really good. I feel pretty crap right now. Don't feel good. I always know if my route includes an overground train. It's far away. So this is one of those meetings where I'll be just on time. I won't be early. I've got my little bat earrings on today. I've been setting up a Pinterest on the way here, if that's of any interest to anyone. When people walk past and I'm vlogging, I'm like, don't look at me. If anyone's interested in the things I wear and the things that I put on my face, lots of them do include affiliate links, just for full transparency. Affiliate links is when I earn a commission from the sales, but you guys don't pay any more for the product. You pay exactly what it would always have been. But the companies that sell the product very kindly give me a percentage of commission because I was the one who put it on my Pinterest. It's sort of like the way that YouTube works. You guys don't pay for YouTube videos, but I get paid because advertisers want to use my YouTube space as promotion. It's very clever. I've been sat in this Pret for an hour and a half because I got to Victoria very early. I'm not supposed to be seeing the show until 7:30. And I've invited Rob Houchin to come and watch the show with me tonight because they gave me an extra ticket and I didn't know that until my agent messaged me being like, you've got 2 tickets at box office. And at the time I was texting Rob, so I thought, why not? I'd like to see him. I haven't seen him in a while, so Rob is my date tonight. So I've been sat in Pret round the corner. I had some food because I hadn't really properly eaten today because I've just been feeling like ill and I've lost my appetite a bit. So I had a bit of food and now I'm just writing a blog because I want to get one up today or tomorrow. And I've decided to write about Singapore, where I went with the Addams Family tour, and it's one of my favourite places on the planet now. I loved it there so much. So I just thought that'd be a nice thing to write about. I'm looking forward to having a cocktail at the other palace because they do really good cocktails. What was your favourite bit of 13 the musical?
What did he say that made when he went, she ripped up his eyelids?
Did he say that?
Yeah, about the film bit.
Oh yeah. Someone got his eyelids torn off, and I'm sitting here. That bit. Did you not hear that?
Yeah, but you know the whole show.
Babe, I love this musical.
What about at the end when I went, 13 cast members?
Yeah.
We know he's selling skin rolls.
I'm gonna put my phone down now. Love you. I blame my extremely tired and hazy state today on Rob Houchin for taking me out for drinks after we went to see 13 the musical at the other palace. We ended up in this place called the Flight Club, which is like a darts bar. It was actually really cool. I'd never been there before and it was just around the corner from the other palace, and it's like there's loads of dart boards with like booths, so a group of people can all go and play darts and order drinks to their dartboard, or you can just go and have a drink in there, but it's all sort of done up like a fun fair. It's really cool. It was a really cool place. So if you're in London and you want to go for drinks, I highly recommend the Flight Club in London, Victoria. I haven't been out in a while, to be fair. I've not been out and had drinks like that with friends in a long time. And we were out with the Hamilton cast because Hamilton's just around the corner, and so I got to see a few people who I know in that. And it was nice talking to theatre people about things that are going on in theatre, because I've not been in a like theatre environment since I left Heather's back in November, and so I kind of just missed being around those kinds of people. And there's been lots of like little controversies or things that have been announced recently that are really exciting within the theatre world that I've sort of not had anyone but Oliver to get excited with about it. So it was nice last night just to have lots of discussions and chats about the theatre world with theatre people. It was a lovely night. And I loved being invited to Star Ignited's version of 13. They did so well, they were so great, and they were all so sweet afterwards. And there's a scene where Patrice, one of the main characters, comes on with a book. She's reading a book, and she brought on my book on the other side, so as soon as I saw it I was like, Rob, look. It was really sweet. It was just, they were all so lovely and they all did so well. I think they have 1 or 2 more performances to go in Littlehampton, where they're based. So good luck if any of you are watching this. Good luck for your last couple performances, although by the time this video goes up it may already have been on. So hope it went well. But you were great when I saw you. Congratulations. And for anyone who's interested, the reason I went is just because they sent an invite to my agents and I happened to be in London and free on the day that they invited me. So it was nice to be invited, and sometimes, not always, but sometimes I might be able to come, so you never know. I got my book. I'm so annoyed that I haven't washed my hair today, as you can probably tell, because I got up and couldn't be asked. I've been wearing like a little like head scarf thing today, just to get it out my way. Sort of had it on like that today, just to get my hair out my face. It's actually quite sweet, to be fair. I got my book notes today for In the Time We Lost. So I've been, for the last like hour and a half, just staring at my screen, but I'm also not feeling too good, which is quite self-inflicted, but I also have a cold. So it just wasn't a wise idea to go out last night, Fletcher. But I'm just gonna take a break. I'm gonna have a cup of tea. I also bought some peanut butter today because I really wanted to make these peanut butter cookies that I made a couple of months ago. So I think I'm just gonna take a break. I'm gonna do that. And then it means I have snacks for when I go back to the edit. It's my favourite part of the process because I love getting notes. Personally, I write on pages, and the way that comment tracking works on pages, it's just really clear and really well laid out. What I'll usually do is I will scroll through until I find something highlighted with a little comment. It'll be like a question, like, you haven't answered this question within this paragraph, so you need to answer that question somewhere within this chapter, or can you elaborate on this, or can you cut this out because I don't think this fits for this reason, and there's space for me to reply. So if I don't agree with something or something needs explaining, I'll either be like, yep, fixing it now, or a reply being like, ah, well, I said that because of this plot point later on, or this is the reason that I said that, do I need to make it clearer? Or, you know, there's space for me to reply, and then my little comments will come up in a different colour to my editor's comments. I've already added like 1,500 words just in the first like 12 pages of the book, but I'm sure there will be things that need to be cut further on down the line, so it'll probably all balance itself out in the end. But yeah, I love having someone else read my work and look at it with a fresh new pair of eyes and tell me where things aren't clear, or where things are confusing, or where things are good, and to keep on with that theme and that track. So usually I'll go through all of the notes and then I will go back and read it as a book, and then I'll send it back to my editor. She will check it over. She'll probably send it back again. It'll usually go through sort of like maybe 3 or 4 cycles round between me and my editor, and then it'll go off to a copy editor. So I thought the best way to describe what a copy editor does is to read the actual definition of a copy editor's job description. So my editor, Viola, hi Viola, her job is not only to sort of look at things like spelling and punctuation and grammar and stuff like that, it's mainly about the structure of the book and the story as a whole, and how we can best tell the story. A copy editor fixes grammatical, punctuation and spelling errors. They also double check that names, places and organisations are spelled properly, and that facts, dates and statistics are accurate. So it's sort of the more like cold, hard, factual things within a book that don't necessarily have any interpretation and have to be accurate. I've got a call from one of my agents. I'm gonna have to pick this up. Hello? Hi Emily, how are you? Oh, okay. Okay, let me just... I'm just grabbing my diary. I don't know where I've put it. Oh, hang on, I've got it. It's here. The 26th. Yep, I'm free. I'm all free. Lovely. Thank you. Bye. Oh, I've got an audition for something on Tuesday. That's exciting. That's how I get told about auditions, for anyone who wanted to know. So that's exciting, that's fun. I'm not gonna tell anyone about that one though, because I feel like I'll get nervous for that one. I'm gonna go make cookies. Bye. Oh my god, I have had such a nightmare of a morning looking for this camera. Oh my god. You know when you know something's in the house, you know you had it, and you know you haven't left the house since you had it, so it has to be somewhere and you just cannot find it no matter where you look. I'm going to see Celinda and Ben Forster today, so I was packing a little overnight bag last night, and when I put my pyjamas in I was also holding my camera, and so I must have just put my camera in underneath my pyjamas. But the annoying thing is that I looked there this morning, but because my camera's black and my case is black, I couldn't see it. But I also went to the opticians this morning to have my regular checkup and to talk about contact lenses, because I need to start thinking about that for stage when I can't wear my glasses as a character. One of my glasses also broke, as in like these bits. One of them broke, and I had some new frames that I wanted my lenses put into, so I had to go and do that. But then it meant that all the pairs of glasses I'd taken with me had to be fixed, so I had to come back home anyway to get these, so it's not too big of a deal. But I'm just gonna sit down, have a cup of tea, and then I'm gonna head over to Celinda's, because that was a palaver. Oh, god. Oh, I do too, they're the best. Bye! Oh, balls. I was gonna put my slippers in and I forgot. Hi Amanda, your lovely sister asked me to do this video for you. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye. I've just finished my cameos for the day. I've made a little to-do list. Cameos was at the top of the list because for those of you that don't know, Cameo is like it's a website where you can buy videos from actors, YouTubers, personalities and whatever, and I am using mine to raise money for Papyrus, which is a charity that tries to prevent young suicide. So they do amazing work, and I thought this was like a fun way to raise money, because then it means you guys are actually getting something back when you donate, and it's going to a really good cause. So that was at the top of my list because the cameos have an expiry date, so from when someone donates I then have 7 days to complete the request, and it's just come up saying nice, oh god, nice, your streak is now at 91. But overall I have done 243 cameos, and we've raised $3,731. Yes, it's closed right now, but I will open it again. I only take a few at a time because it got to a point where I had like 150 and had 7 days to do them all in, and I freaked out. So I try and cap it at like a certain amount. So I will let you know on Instagram and Twitter when I go live, probably Instagram. So that I can now cross off my list, yay. Then the other things I have on my list are book notes, which I'm steadily going through day by day, rehearse for the Jason Robert Brown concert. I've got 4 songs, 3 or 4 songs. He's given me 4 songs, but I think I'm only going to sing 3, but I need to learn them all, so then he can decide when we rehearse next week. I've got an audition on Tuesday, which I've got 4 scenes to learn, but they're only like short scenes. It's only a few lines, so but I need to know what I'm doing. I need to email my merch company just to follow up on the meeting that we had the other day. I need to do my laundry. My bed sheets are currently in the washing machine. My washing machine and my tumble dryer are in my garage, so I have to go outside and like round my house to get into my garage to do my laundry, which is hilarious when I'm carrying bags of like dirty pants out to the garage. Hope my neighbours haven't seen me. And then I'm gonna go through letters as well. So that is my plan for today. That is my Sunday. Oh, I also have a blog to go up. Also, our podcast, our 4th episode of Wonder Women went up today. For those of you that don't know, me and my friend Celinda Schoonmaker have a podcast called Wonder Women, in which we talk about lots and lots of things. The first episode was badass women that history kind of forgot. Second episode was hysteria. Third episode was female friendship. And this week's episode is cartoon women, and we focus on Betty Boop and Jessica Rabbit. It's lots of fun. I'm talking really fast because I need a wee, so I'm gonna go do that now. Bye! Giving you something to lean on, and that's what it means to be a friend. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday the 25th of March, and I am on my way to have a smear test at my local hospital. A couple years ago I had my first smear test and they found abnormal cells. They monitored them for a year and then got a bit worried about them, so I had to get them removed last year. And so now I'm having like my little checkup just to make sure that everything's okay. Fingers crossed that it is, I'm sure it will be. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it and mention that that is a thing that I'm doing this morning. Obviously I will not be bringing my camera in to the test, and I won't film anything around it just because I'm at a hospital and I don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable with my camera. But I did just want to mention it just to try and like normalize it, because there's a lot of stigma around it, just because it's kind of an embarrassing thing to do. And I'm not going to tell you that it's not, because it is. It's a very embarrassing thing to do to legs akimbo in the doctors. To these doctors, a vagina is like a mouth is to a dentist. They see them all the time. It's very, very normal. It's part of their job. And having this test done could potentially save your life. If you are 25 or over, you can book your test, so I highly recommend you do it. It is a bit embarrassing, but the embarrassment lasts for all of 10 minutes. And I guarantee you that the doctor isn't thinking about your vagina afterwards. Go book yours, go and do it. The embarrassment for 10 minutes is so worth it. I'm about to go and... And just like that, smear test is done. Had the nicest nurse called Odette, I think that's how you pronounce it. I read it off her name badge, she didn't tell me, so. But she was literally just the nicest. As soon as she saw the tattoos on my feet, she was like, oh, my daughter's got loads of tattoos, where did you get yours done? And then she was telling me about this tattooist, 92-year-old tattooist called Wang Od in the Philippines. She was like, she's 92 and my daughter got a tattoo by her, and we like walked up the mountains for like 3 hours to get to her and then had to stand in a queue for ages. She was super nice. She was saying all of that whilst she was doing my smear test. So she was great. I'm about to get on the train now because I've got to go to work.